So, you're hitting the gym, week in and week out, you're tracking your lifts, you're eating clean, but when you look in the mirror, nothing. Your muscle growth has hit a wall, and you're starting to wonder if you're just spinning your wheels. What if I told you that your routine is probably packed with hidden myths that are secretly killing your gains? For decades, the fitness world has been running on outdated ideas and bro science. They sound good on the gym floor, but they're the very things holding you back from building the physique you're working so hard for. It's also why so many people are afraid to start, worried they'll get too bulky, or that it's too late to begin. But building and maintaining muscle is crucial for everyone, especially since adults can lose up to 8% of their muscle mass each decade after age 40. In this video, we're busting 4 of the biggest muscle building myths. We'll break down what the science actually says and give you a smarter approach, so you can finally start seeing the results you deserve. First up is the big one, the idea that the only way to get bigger is to lift brutally heavy weights for just a few reps. We see elite powerlifters moving mountains and think that's the only path, but that's not the full story. While lifting heavy is definitely effective, the main driver of muscle growth or hypertrophy is actually progressive overload. It's a simple concept. You just have to gradually increase the demand on your muscles over time. Lifting heavier is one way to do that, but it's far from the only way. Research shows you can build just as much muscle with moderate weights and higher reps, as long as you take your sets close to failure. The real key is creating enough mechanical tension. Think of it as the force your muscles feel during an exercise. Whether you do 5 heavy reps, or 15 lighter ones, if those last few are a serious struggle, you're sending your body the signal it needs to grow. So, stop the ego lifting and risking injury. Focus on getting stronger in all kinds of ways. Add a rep, add a set, improve your form, or shorten your rest time. Challenge your muscles intelligently, don't just crush them. This myth has sold more tubs of protein powder than any other. The belief that chugging more protein always equals more muscle. We're told to have a shake with every meal, thinking every extra gram is another brick in the wall. Now, protein is absolutely essential for building muscle, no doubt about it. But there's a limit to how much your body can actually use for muscle growth. For most active people, the sweet spot is between 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight each day. Going way over that doesn't magically build more muscle. Your body can't just store extra protein as new muscle tissue. Instead, that excess gets burned for energy, or, if you're in a calorie surplus, stored as fat. It just puts extra stress on your wallet. So be strategic. Figure out your optimal protein intake and try to spread it across 3 to 4 meals during the day. Stop thinking more is always better. Smarter is better. Before we tackle our next myth, do me a favor and drop a comment below with the biggest muscle-building myth you used to believe. I'm always curious to see what's out there. And hey, if you're finding this useful, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on more fitness advice that's backed by science. The classic bodybuilder's nightmare. The fear that just looking at a treadmill will make your hard-earned muscle disappear. This cardio kills gains myth has convinced thousands of lifters to ignore their most important muscle, their heart. Here's the truth. Moderate amounts of cardio do not kill your gains and can actually help them. Research on concurrent training, that's doing both cardio and weights, shows it doesn't hurt muscle growth or maximal strength. The only time there's a slight issue is with explosive power, and even that's tiny if you just separate your lifting and cardio by a few hours. In fact, good cardio health improves your work capacity, it strengthens your heart, boosts blood flow, and helps deliver nutrients to your muscles more efficiently. This means you can recover faster between sets and workouts, letting you train harder in the long run. The key is balance. Of course, tons of high-intensity cardio, especially if you're not eating enough, can interfere with recovery. But 2 to 3 sessions of moderate cardio a week isn't your enemy. It's a tool for building a healthier, more athletic, and ultimately more muscular body. This last myth is a huge misunderstanding of how muscle is actually built. We think the work is done the second we drop that last weight. We think muscles are made the gym. The reality? The gym is where you create the growth. The primary driver here is mechanical tension. the force you put on the muscle fibers, which tells your body it needs to adapt. The old idea that you're just causing microscopic damage that needs repair is an oversimplification. Recent science shows the damage itself isn't the main point. The actual growth, the process of making those muscle fibers bigger and stronger, happens the gym, when you're recovering. This all comes down to two things: nutrition and sleep. We've covered nutrition, but sleep is the most underrated growth factor. During deep sleep, your body releases key hormones that are critical for tissue growth. Studies show that even one night of bad sleep can directly reduce muscle protein synthesis, the very process of building muscle, and mess with your anabolic hormones. If you're training like a beast but only sleeping 5 to 6 hours a night, you are leaving huge gains on the table. You're sending the signal, but you're not giving your body the time or resources to answer the call. Alright, let's bring it all home. It's time to stop believing that you have to lift like a monster to grow, that you need to down endless protein shakes, that cardio is the villain, and that the work is finished when you walk out of the gym. Building muscle is a 24/7 process. Focus on smart progressive overload, eat the amount of protein, use cardio to your advantage, and make sleep your non-negotiable priority. When you ditch these myths and start training with science on your side, that plateau doesn't stand a chance. If this video helped you clear some things up, do me a solid, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. That way, you can keep making real progress with content that actually works. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.